Why is Pakistan still fighting for true freedom after 77 years of independence? That's the question I will try to discuss today. Pakistan has celebrated 77th Independence Day recently on the 14th of August this year, but there is a clear contrast between the festive facade and the stark reality of the country's enduring challenges. The Independence Day commemorates the independence of 1947, but it also shows a continued disconnect between the aspirations of independence and the realities faced by the vast majority of Pakistanis. The promise of fairness and independence has not materialized because a slim minority still controls most positions of power, preventing 99% of the people from actively taking part in governance. We cannot govern ourselves. That is our problem. Only 1% of the people are controlling the country. The power equation, which has become inequality, is unfair and unequal, unjust. The power sharing formula is missing from the political structure. And it is missing from the political discourse as well. Media, nobody discusses that power belongs to the people. So, and political parties, they also want just power for themselves. They don't have any plan, they don't have any clear vision for the future. And they also want to broker a deal with the powerful people. And they have no issue as long as they are in power. Political parties, with those political which are in power, they are fine, and those political parties which are out of power, they are crying. So that is what happens. So today in this video, I will try to discuss this problem. Why is it so that we are still, apparently we got independence, but still we are. So what is the issue? Let's see the power dynamics and this perpetual crisis. We are always in crisis. Pakistan was born in a state of crisis, and it has never been able to achieve full freedom for its people due to a cycle of political unrest, economic hardships, and social injustices. The country still suffers from deeply ingrained power dynamics that systematically deny the population meaningful involvement and participation in governance. And concentrate power is concentrated within the hands of some people, very slim minority. And so, despite achieving our independence in 1947, we are still looking for freedom. We are finding it, and we have not been able to see where it is. So, second thing is this exclusion of people from power structure that has strengthened the status quo. So, the promises of fairness and freedom, they are unmet. And this unjust concentration of power in a few hands is stopping to ensure a truly inclusive future for the country. And this is the major issue, and that is the power dynamics, which is creating problem. So what we have is not freedom; it is the illusion of independence. We believe that we are, but our institutions are not free. We are not free. Common man cannot contest elections. And if he does, he'll become a laughing stock. Only rich people can take part in elections. And political parties, they even sell tickets to rich people. And you look at the political classes of all political parties, they have businessmen, landlords, and those businessmen who are not taking part directly, they are funding the parties. Similarly, there are many power centers, and those power centers, like businesses, are one power centers. Political parties are like groups who want to control power. Similarly, uh, there are different spheres of power, and and we have elections apparently, but those elections or those governments are Apparently, they are democratic governments, but that's an illusion. That is not real independence. So, if we continue on this trajectory, on this path, then we won't be able to gain political independence. And if we want to be free of influence, we want to be independent decision making, if you want to be a prosperous and independent country, we will have to bring this change. We will have to accept it. We will have to build our institutions. We will have to share power with the people so that everybody feels that I have made this government, and the government should also feel that I am accountable to the people of Pakistan. Crisis is used as a tool. Always, Pakistan is in deep crisis. People should sacrifice for their country. I mean, yes, we are willing to sacrifice. Why not? We love our country. We love our independence. We are willing to sacrifice. But what about the Prime Minister House? What about the Chief Minister House? What about the Chief Justice of Pakistan? How much salary the Chief Justice is getting? What are the perks and privileges that the Chief Justice and judges are getting? What are the privileges that how much is the spending on daily spending on Prime Minister House, daily spending on President House, daily spending on Chief Minister's House? Can you tell us how much are you spending and how much have you cut down on that on those expenses? No, you are living like Mughal kings and like prince, like Saudi prince who have oil, money from oil. We don't have oil. We don't have that much money. But the ruling class, they are living, I mean, life of luxury, and they are spending money on their lifestyle. But they want sacrifice from us. Look at the electricity bills. I mean, you have only people to tax them and to, I mean, now the electricity bills are more than the rent that we are paying. And honorable, hardworking people, it has become difficult for them to survive. And this is because of crisis is used as a tool of control. That's unfair. We must look for solutions. We should not use crisis as a tool of control. That's a negative trend. And I mean, it is suffocating people. People won't be able to live. Similarly, the invisible majority. Always when there are elections, sometime RTS stops working, sometime election results are stopped, sometime there's an issue of 45 or 47. So there are a lot of problems. And people, they are, elections are held, and everybody knows before elections which party and who is going to become the prime minister. I mean, Pakistan is the only country that first they decide who will be the prime minister, which party will come to power, and then they announce elections. So where are we, the people of Pakistan? But it is our duty and our right to elect our own people. But no, the decisions are made first, and then there is an exercise, a mock exercise, and yeah. So if that is how the country will be run, then independence for whom? It doesn't seem to be independence for us, for the people of Pakistan. So that is unfortunate, and this invisible majority, that should be visible. Similarly, citizens often they are cynical and they are now indifferent. People are leaving the country. They don't care what happens. Why? Because they have lost optimism. They have lost faith, especially young people, educated people, those people who have skills, and this country needs those people to run the departments and institutions efficiently. Now they are leaving the country. Why? Because they have lost optimism. And how will you run your country when all these educated people, doctors, engineers, professors, they will leave the country? Similarly, elite class or elite capture, there is also one problem because power is concentrated into wealthy, rich people. And you can now compare. In 1988, Benazir became prime minister and Nawaz Sharif was the opposition leader. In America at that time, in 88, Reagan was the president, and then Reagan's vice president, George W. Bush, he became George Bush. he became the president. And after George Bush, Bill Clinton became president. After Bill Clinton, George Bush's son, he became president. And then after George W. Bush, Barack Obama became president. Then after Barack Obama, Donald Trump. Then Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Then after Joe Biden, now there are new elections. But in Pakistan, still we have the same candidates. In America, there are generations. They have changed. Every time they bring new leaders. But now we have the same person. I mean, this is something that we need to think about. I am not against anybody. It is their democratic right. But you should not cling to power. Once you have become prime minister, twice you have become prime minister, that's enough. And especially people should feel that young man from anywhere in the country, he should feel that, yes, I can become the prime minister, I can become the chief minister, I can contest elections. That is when there'll be real optimism, because everybody should be treated equally, and institutions should work independently, and institutions must be stronger, especially judiciary, police, and all departments. There should be no interference at all from any group, any power center. Power center is only the people of Pakistan. So our independence is an unfinished revolution. It is an unfinished and incomplete independence. How this independence will be complete? I mean, there are different reasons. We have a lot of reasons that elections are engineered, that elite class is ruling the country, that leaders have low caliber, they don't have solutions to the problems, they are power hungry. Political parties just they want power, they don't have solutions. And so what happens? The cost that who pays the cost of this? We pay the cost. Common people, we suffer. People suffer. Their life becomes difficult. Those who are educated, they leave the country, and those who are not, they suffer. I mean, imagine how people are living in tough economic situations, and nobody cares about that. Nobody has the solution. Even if they care, they don't have the solution. They are increasing the problem by taking more loan. So we are a nation. We are in a we are a nation that is in a constant crisis, and the only solution is leadership. Our leadership has failed because the leadership is not genuine leadership. They don't come out from the people. They don't come from the people. They are imposed on the people. So this drama should be over. These fixtures are poor fixtures, and they have failed again and again. And the only solution is that there should be genuine, true democracy to reimagine independence, where all Pakistanis should be able to live better lives as a result of this independence. Not just participate in formalities, but they should really feel that they are making the government. So first and foremost, we need to give economic justice top priority. There should be social justice, there should be legal justice, but economic justice, resources, they belong to people. They should be spent on people. And the contrast that we have, Prime Minister House daily expenses and a common man's daily expenses, there's a huge contrast between them. There shouldn't be a huge contrast. And we need economic justice in addition to legal and social justice, so that this income disparity, this income inequality is over, or at least we start solving this issue. Job creation, economic growth, economic vision, economic plan. Similarly, reforms should be introduced in health, education, in every sector. And institutions should be made stronger. Electoral and political challenges through reforms, through inclusion, through accountability, through openness, through honesty. We need to solve them as well. And independence without accountability, without taking responsibility for both, for the elite class, for the powerful people, and for the common people as well. The common people should own the country, and those who are powerful, they should also create some space for the people, because people deserve it. And otherwise, it is just a mirage of democracy. It is not real democracy. So we will have to overcome this mismatch between democratic principles and the actual practical politics that is going on in Pakistan. So, independence, 77 years of independence, we must learn our lessons. If we don't learn lessons, then the history will keep on repeating itself. And globally, we have lost respect. Nobody is giving to give us loan. Nobody. You can imagine last year and this year, IMF, World Bank, Saudi Arabia, China, and everybody is worried about our future. Why? Because we are not worried about our future. We don't mend our ways. We continue the same thing in the same way. Now, the times are tough, they are challenging, and people in large numbers, educated people, are leaving. If reforms are not introduced, if media does not play its role in shaping a narrative that is an inclusive narrative for reforms and change in Pakistan, and if we don't carry out structural reforms and we don't ensure power is shared with the people, there's true democracy, there's accountability, there's rule of law, institutions are independent, media is free, courts are free, police is efficient, then this lost promise of independence will be lost forever. And I, as a teacher, don't want it to be lost because you can lose every material thing, but still you won't lose anything if you have not lost hope. But if you have lost hope, you have lost everything. And I am seeing young people losing hope, losing faith in the future of this country. And I feel scared. I have never felt worried about anything in my life, but now I feel worried. And that is why I have made this video. And I believe that everybody should own this country. Rich people, they should also own this country. They are 1%. They should focus on business. They should not interfere into politics. Powerful people, they have enough power. How much more power do you want? You have enough power. If the country is stronger, look at India. India is growing. They have more money. The businessmen are richer than you. Why? Because the pie has increased. Look at China. Look at other countries. So don't be a coward. This cowardly behavior won't take us anywhere. It is not taking us forward, it's taking us backward. So, systematic exclusion of the 99% people from real influence and control exercised over the country's affairs by a tiny elite comprising only of 1 to 5% of the population are the fundamental causes of Pakistan's issue. And that is the main reason in our battle for true independence. So, privileged few, the slim majority, minority, they have disproportionate amount of power, which has created a vicious cycle of inequality and disenfranchisement that threatens the democracy and the very stability and future of this nation and justice at its core. So, effective local government, so that after 30 years, there is leadership from grassroots level and through democratic principles and practices, they replace the existing leadership. And in this way, successful leadership will emerge from the grassroots, those people who are connected with the soil, with the people, and they will address this problem. There is no other way. So we have to reject this system that has failed us again and again. And Pakistan is not from Lahore to Rawalpindi. Pakistan is from Kashmir to Karachi and from Gilgit to Gwadar. So this GT road agenda, we don't need it anymore. Leadership must emerge from smaller provinces as well. They should also be given a chance. Every boy, every girl who is sitting anywhere in the village should feel that I can do better. And if they feel they do better, they should stand up and they should take part in the political process. And they should be given a chance. They should not be stopped. They should not be intimidated. They should not be. And that is how we can put an end to this issue. And Pakistan, which is still struggling to achieve full independence after 77 years, we need these reforms, and that is the only way that we will. Pakistan faces these dilemmas, and these dilemmas will be over if systematic injustices they are over, So this issue will be over if all of us, the ruling elite, the powerful people, and the people of Pakistan, everybody owns this country. Everybody feels that he or she is part of this country and this country is theirs. So we will have to own our country. That is the only way that we can ensure that this country can be prosperous, independent, and a country that is fit for living for all, for everybody, for everybody. So the purpose of making this video is not uh, hatred for anybody. I respect the rich people, the powerful people, but they should respect the constitution and they should play their role according to the constitution of Pakistan. And we, the people of Pakistan, I am a teacher. I see young boys and girls. When I ask them, even in political science departments, when I ask the students who are studying political science, nobody wants to become a politician. Because why? Because this is, sir, I mean, what are you talking about? How is it possible? I mean, imagine a young boy, a young girl, they think whatever teacher is asking this question, this whole debate, it is useless. Why? Because it cannot happen. That is why they think that it is better to leave the country. And I, as a teacher, I feel scared. I feel, I mean, it is one of the worst fears that I'm feeling these days over these some years. So I request everybody that they should not lose hope, they should not lose faith. It is our country, it belongs to us. And you are Pakistan. And those powerful people who are who tried to do, we thank them. They tried, but their policies have not worked. So the time has come. Either they can kill all 25 crore people, or they should give us some breathing space. Let us live and make this country good for all, for everybody. That is good for us, for common people, for them as well. So whatever I said, that was in good faith for a better future of Pakistan. Pakistan, Zindabad. And Pakistan, a stable Pakistan will be better for the neighboring countries as well, for other countries as well, for the world as well, because Pakistan is an important country because of its strategic location. Thank you very much.